This is Dungeon Not Included, the actual play podcast for the adventurous listener. You are listening to our game of Bulldogs, a sci-fi adventure RPG from Galileo Games. Brennan is your GM and host, Frank plays Sticky, Alex plays Graucom McGruff, and Red plays San Ming. Our theme music is by Seamus Ronan.
So we are broadcasting on Twitch right now, so people get to see that sweet, sweet production action.
All right.
Not knowing what we're doing.
Yes.
Yes, welcome to the first Twitch session. That's the way it works.
Yeah. Putting no extra effort into this.
I joined kind of late, so what's the Twitch channel so I can find it?
Oh, it's twitch.tv/nonproductive in full word.
Okay.
Nice.
I honestly thought you were asking me what is Twitch.
Yeah.
Like, wait a minute.
Yeah. What's a computer?
I'm a young hip person plugged into all the latest trends, so that's not really
That is
problem.
true.
You're
You
going to
might.
sample that for the new intro title, but also yes, you are.
Yeah, you are absolutely representing the youngest of us, I believe. You are the young cat demographic.
Yes, very new.
The fact that all our characters on Roll20 are now us. I'm Brennan's GM, fine, it's a face, but I am still me.
Yeah.
My LinkedIn profile.
Your LinkedIn profile yet. Yeah, that's even better.
Yeah, that's great. All right, I should probably change that at some point, but I'm not gonna. Not yet. This is opening night jitters.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, while we're at it, let's show the world what our Roll20 looks like. I know most of us are not on the Twitch right now. Most of us playing aren't on the Twitch right now, but just have like a title card. And if it worked right, wow, look at that Roll20 action. Squint because you can't read anything.
Yes.
Awesome.
Okay.
So non-productive is a giant spider, I see.
Yes, the listener is just this giant spider. You know what?
I do like that we are being watched by some sort of giant spider at all times. That's nice and fun.
That's terrifying to me. I'm glad you're finding solace in it, though. It's great.
I mean, I've been listening to the Magnus archives. This kind of thing isn't very new.
Yeah.
Let's
All
plug
right.
somebody else's podcast while we're at
Yeah,
it.
and
Right.
exactly. While we're
Not on
seriously.
our network.
having just also finished the first season of the Magnus Archives, I have to say Jonathan Sims does a great job.
Oh my
God.
god. He's such an amazing writer.
This is the podcast now. It's just reviewing other podcasts.
All right.
Hi, welcome to our Magnus Archives fan cast, Dungeon Not Included. Today we'll be discussing season 1, as not all of us are caught up yet.
Yes.
This is very on brand for us, I will say.
No, Brendan, less about us or about the other podcasts.
Right.
Let's talk more about the Rusty Quill family of podcasts, which you can get on all your favorite podcatchers.
Yeah.
They
All
also
right.
have an actual play podcast.
Problem is, Non-Productive isn't available on your favorite podcatchers. It's only available on Chinese government apps.
It's true. I had to go on the dark app store to get it in my feed.
So, are we going to play tonight?
Yeah, let's play.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
guess we can.
So you were at Sticky's hideout. Well, not Sticky's exactly. Sticky's pal's hideout.
Give me time, I'll own the
Vicky, why
place.
do you have a hideout?
Listen, if you had my personality, you need to hide out more too. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we're hanging out at my pal. I totally forgot what my friend's name is, which is also very on brand for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on brand for Sticky too, so.
And I don't think it was ever written in the chat or anything, so...
Oh,
good.
New Twitch, like our first creation for Twitch. We're going to come up with a new name for this NPC who, when the people listen to
default
this
has to
later,
be-
will know it.
Will be their last name because eventually we will figure it out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Wrench.
called listening to the earlier podcast. That's how you
It was
do it.
Wrench. It was Wrench.
Wrench. It was Wrench. You're right. Yes, that is correct. I was testing you.
What is Sticky's friend's name? Send in your votes now.
Yeah.
Please pick Wrench because that's the one.
All right. So Wrench is decrypting this stuff for you, right?
Yes. He's gonna decrypt the information on that flash drive that got us into this mess. Basically, for those of you who happen to be stumbling into this, we didn't do it last time. We should probably start with the last time.
Yeah. Since this is our first Twitch session, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Who wants to do it?
Let me try.
Yeah, why don't you do it since you remembered Wrench's name? So
Yes, that's how we're going to do this from now on. Whoever can remember the NPC's name gets to do it.
Right. Previously on Dungeon Not Included, a ragtag group of space idiots got together on a delivery run, and that somehow made us all into wanted fugitives, kind of. We are, our crew is a lovable, there's quotes around that, lovable space teddy bear named Stick. A lovable, there's quotes around that. Space space hermit named San. I don't know why I called you a hermit, but a shut-in.
Yeah, that was really
and
weird.
A legitimately lovable space dog person named Graucom.
Yes, absolutely lovable.
The most recent arc has us basically adventuring with one of Graucom's old war buddies, who may have run afoul of a clandestine organization. There's a flash drive MacGuffin with a bunch of secret information on it, and we're about to uncover what's on that flash drive. So listen along to a bunch of furries playing a role-playing game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Claude isn't furry most of the time.
Oh, she's the only one who actually has the costume. Like, jumps between the two. The rest of us live it.
That's right. So I went ahead and got a generic image of a Rottweiler for Rex there.
Perfect.
It's very cute. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I 100% was thinking Rex was a poodle this entire time, but no, the poodle. Wrench is a poodle.
Wrench is
a poodle.
It's almost as if I lived this game.
If this was photo accurate too, we should be having a Rottweiler that's wearing makeup and has his hair all done and all different stuff from our beach episode.
Although it's been a little while since then, so
it's true. Maybe
I'm
got it
pretty
washed
sure
out.
the hair dye has washed out.
I mean, for us, it's been weeks. For them, how long has it actually been since they were left?
Longer.
Longer, actually, I think.
Oh, okay. Fair. Fair.
All right. So, yes, this is a dome on a dead world where your ship is parked, where Wrench and his buddies do work for pirates and other ne'er-do-wells. And you. I am including you in the ne'er-do-well category.
That's about as well as we do as Nair.
Yes, I agree. So what are you doing while Wrench is having this decrypted and seeing to the damages on your ship?
What can you describe for us the kind of place we are? Like, is it a space station? If so, what's it like?
Yeah, it's very manufactured. It's like all standard stuff. Some stuff is made out of shipping containers. Some stuff is made out of, corrugated metal. It's an atmospheric dome on a planet that has no atmosphere.
Uh-huh.
And you all are basically standing around. The air smells a little stale, a little sweaty.
Well, what is there to do here besides maybe drink?
Well, you see some of Wrench's pals drinking and gambling over in one corner.
Well, drinking sounds nice, even if gambling doesn't.
Yeah, you could certainly explore. Although you probably don't want to look too closely into things. You might piss Wrench and his pals off. There's probably stuff that is stolen here, certainly.
And you know it to be cool, right? Oh, what am I saying?
She glares at him.
You're just proving his point, really. So, yeah, your ship is getting refueled and taken care of at the moment. Wrench comes wandering back out. He says, I got my buddy on it. He's going to get into that disc, no problem. I mean, it might take him a few hours, but he'll get in there.
Well, what's there to do around here?
Well, there's always a game going on, and we got some drinks. If you want some food, we can rustle something up. Most of the time, though, yeah, we're working on something. You guys got any jobs coming up? Anything that you need like a crew for?
What jobs do we have coming up?
I mean, it might depend on what's on that drive. We might need people. We don't know. It could be the kind of thing that we need. We might need some muscle for. We'll have to wait and see what comes out of it.
Right. Well, you're at the right place if you need somebody. We can set you up.
If it's okay, I think, or I'll jump out of voice for a second because this is going to be me asking. If it's possible, I think what I'd like to have during this time, at least Graucom, if not both Graucom and Rex. Graucom and Rex, I'm pretty sure we've established the only two outfits that we've really given them canonically at this point are like Hawaiian shirts and stuff, which at this point are no longer useful because it's not going to work as camouflage on this planet. But also at least my character has been walking around in basically his old service uniform. And I don't think that's safe for me either anymore.
No.
So, yeah. So I think that it is time to go shopping for some sort of new wardrobe for these two.
Okay.
So you want another montage? Another makeup?
It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be as detailed as the last one. We don't need mani-pedis and all that stuff. But a nice.
No, I doubt you're going to get a good one here. Certainly not based
it
on
would
the
be
shape
interesting to see. I think it would be interesting to see what they do have in terms of that stuff here. But I think if nothing else, just I need to go shopping for some new like a new flight suit and some armor. Anything I can give myself. The last one had some protection to it, but that's because it was the military gear. I don't know what I'm going to be able to get or barter for here.
So yeah, if you ask, Wrench will say, well, yeah, we got some stuff. Most of it's used, if that's okay.
Whatever you've got, it's better than this. And he points to the, even though it's scratched from a previous issue, you can see that the military, this tag is still there. So he doesn't want this on him right now.
Yeah. So he says,
be careful what you wish for, because used could always mean, somebody died in it.
Someone's gonna die in this outfit if I don't get it off soon. So I'll take my chances.
Yeah, Wrench kind of goes ha, 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 when you say that.
So yeah, what do we have in terms of I don't know, like I don't think he's really caring about what options there are, but what am I looking at for a new outfit?
Well, a lot of this stuff is cut for different species, so you're gonna have to put a tail hole in it or something.
Yeah, I'm sure Wrench will take one look at me and look at the two of us and be able to at least guide us to something slightly usable. He's also the same species, right?
Yes, he is.
So yeah, do we need to do we have to do any sort of like tailoring check in order to see if I can make a tail hole that won't like be just the whole thing ripped open or whatever? Do I need to do anything with this, or is I just assuming I get it?
You can get stuff. You can trade your old stuff to him if you want to get it that way.
Mhm. I don't want to because it may come in handy again in the future to have something with military gear. That's the reason why I picked it. But is there anything else I can haggle? Ooh, I'm gonna a wrench. So here's the thing. I have this armor, which obviously dangerous to wear now, but it might get me in some doors in the future, especially depending on how this goes. It might be actually useful to have some stuff with it, but right now I don't want it. Is there any sort of goods or services that I can provide in exchange for this these outfits here for me and Rex?
He says, "Well, absolutely services. We could always use ex-military guys."
Do you need anything fairly immediate? Because I'm pretty sure that once this drive gets fixed, we're probably going to have to screw out of here pretty quick. Once we know what we're doing.
I gotcha.
I don't think I can stick around.
Look, take a look at the stuff. If you see something that you like, let me know. We'll work something out. This is old junk. You understand? I mean, it's here so that people have stuff to wear if they need it, especially if they're trying to stay on the down low.
That's pretty much exactly where I want to be, as low as possible. So I'll start fishing through until I find something that is I don't know, pretty generic. I'm picturing like almost like a space overalls, like like a jumpsuit kind of thing.
Space flight suit, basically.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like a gray or navy blue flight suit or whatever color makes sense.
Yeah, and San, it was more accurate than There's stuff here and here that has blood stains on it. There's stuff here that has blast holes in it. So
sure, well, I'll get something that has. I'd rather stains than. Yeah, I'm gonna go and say I'd rather stains than holes, and figuring I can try and get it to see if I can get the ship to wash it.
Yeah, and you can get some stuff that's in pretty good shape too.
Yeah.
Things that people have traded in or whatever. There's some nicer clothes here too. But you're looking for something just really generic.
I'm looking for something that's not going to make me stand out. And preferably, I think when we did this at the beginning, I'd have to look and see. I'm pretty sure that I took some sort of armor with my thing. So
you did.
So am I going down in an armor class while I'm wearing this thing, or are we going to find something that's similar?
You could find armor in here too. Yeah,
then I'm going to just I don't want to have to change my character sheet basically if I don't have to, because
no, you won't have to. You might need to change the aspect on it, but because I believe the aspect on it was military related. But
sure. Let's see. Scratched out insignia was the thing.
The aspect, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll just change it to scratch out insignia to something
patchwork armor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you look like the Mandalorian here with little pieces of different.
Oh, that's pretty good. Make some good fan art. Anyone out there who wants to? Welcome as the Mandalorian. I'll take that. Tiny Rex is my baby Yoda. A little Rottweiler.
I am deeply offended.
Hey, we didn't go with stick. Yeah, I guess you're gonna go
deeply offended.
All right, so you've got yourself kitted out in something that's way more generic, sort of, average looking stuff that you would find, spacers wearing. So you're going to blend in on a space station or a starport.
Yeah. Perfect.
I mean, you look a little disreputable, but
something for Rex as well.
Yeah, you can do that. Perfect. Rex is a little less well-fitting, the armor, because he's a little bigger than you. So
that's fine.
And when you come out, Wrench is like, just take it.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it, Wrench.
Yeah, sort of anything for Sticky. Actually, that's not true.
Yeah, that's why I'm suspicious.
Yeah.
Right. So, how much time do we have left before this drive is cracked?
Couple hours.
My gut is to stay in trouble for a couple more hours because we don't know what we're going to have to do next yet. But I'm very curious about that gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some rough-looking characters in that game.
Sticky, why? Why are you like this?
Listen, I'm talking it out with you folks. That's growth. I'm totally gonna do it, right? I mean, come on.
No.
How many chances are we gonna have?
No. It's a bad idea.
How about this? If I get you to take a bet, you can make the next. I get you to take a bet. Won't question my decisions for the next 5 jobs. If you don't, then you can make the decisions for the rest of this job.
Hey, guess what, Sticky? I don't gamble.
Don't. I guess you never have.
Nope.
You don't even want a chance to like be able to make the decisions on this job?
No, because I don't gamble.
Oh, I guess, I mean, technically that means you didn't take the bet and get to make the decisions for this job.
That is not what that means.
Since you didn't take the bet, that bet doesn't hold. I'm just going to be trying to figure this out. If you didn't take the bet, then there was no bet, then there are no consequences to the bet.
Yeah.
I would very much like it if this group of people were philosophers and that's what they were gambling on was existential questions.
They're not. They're playing some game that you've never seen before, actually.
All right, well, I'm just going to watch them and see if I can figure it out.
Sure. Let's have a roll for that, actually. That's going to be probably empathy.
Oh, God. Monster. All right. So, empathy is surprisingly nowhere on my character sheet. There's larceny. Can I
Then
play
roll
with
plus
larceny?
0, baby.
Use larceny, you can tell if people are cheating. That's.
You know what? That's fun. I want to see if I can tell if people are, because I don't know if Stick really does care about what the rules of the game are. I want to know if people are cheating.
Okay. So roll your larceny.
0.
A 0. Yeah, you can't figure this game out. So it's impossible to know if somebody's not following the rules.
It's Baron Munchausen. I'm like, I don't know if anyone's cheating. What is this?
People keep handing things back and forth across the table, and it just seems
Someone
random.
Someone wrote a very sad thing on an index card, and then everybody else applauded them.
Yeah, somebody pulls a card out from under their sleeve, but it's like not hidden. Everybody sees them do it. So
Oh, this might be the best game ever.
All right. So yeah, one of them does invite you into the game. And do you have a compellable aspect on that?
I don't know. I mean, let's do bad things. That sounds pretty accurate.
Yeah, it does. So I'll go ahead and give you a fate token if you join in.
All right, I do.
Okay. How are you going to play? How are you going to try to win this game? I assume by cheating, since larceny is one of your better skills.
Yeah, so shoot is better than larceny. That's one way to win.
That is one way to win.
You know what? I'm going to try to get other people pissed off at each other, or even at me.
Oh, use provoke. Yeah,
Use provoke.
That's totally a legitimate strategy in a game of chance.
All right. Just one.
Okay. Let's see how they do.
Is this how your mothers play a game? I'm just wondering. And one of their mothers is at the table.
It's just like, I don't know. This is how you play the game, Ma.
And it went from insulting their mothers to like it was a friendly conversation.
Yeah, she's like, this is how I play. I don't know how this guy plays.
Really not great.
So
Cool.
yeah, you don't lose any money, but you don't win any money.
Season, it was not nearly as big a disaster as you thought it might be. As I take out my blaster and I prepare it.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm just making sure my weapon is operational, just in case,
In case you want
Listen,
to get us all in trouble?
No,
Get us all killed?
It's just an impulse. I'm playing a game with friends sometimes.
You want to shoot them.
Exactly.
This is why I
fairness, I felt that way when in all fairness, I felt that way when I play with stick too.
Yeah, that's not something most people feel.
You've never wanted to shoot stick?
I'm not talking about stick specifically. Everybody wants to shoot him. I mean,
we actually call that the stick exception.
I'm just saying, if you're playing a game, you probably shouldn't try and or even want to shoot the people you're playing with.
Now I get why you don't gamble. You're not good at
it. Sure.
All right. So after a while of playing, Wrench comes wandering back over. He says, I think he's just about cracked it if you want to come on in and take a look.
That sounds fantastic. Son will follow.
Okay. Is anybody else going?
Yeah.
And I assume Graucom and Rex want to check this out as well. So.
Yeah, what's Rex going through right now? Does he seem like impatient? Does he seem like... Oh.
Yeah, he seems a combination of sort of impatient and nervous.
I mean, Rex, I don't know you that well. I think whatever this is, answers are important. And I promise that if the bounty on your head isn't too high, I'll at least give you a sporting chance. And I give him like one of those friendly little jabs that hits a little too hard.
It's a little too hard, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah. Rex is a little annoyed by you now, is what he looks like. So that's generally how you relieve anxiety in people. So
yeah, no, I'm the capsaicin of friendship. Like pain relief, because you replace it with a different irritant.
Oh.
All right. So you guys sort of file into the
Bat cave.
Yeah, it's a room made out of corrugated metal, and it's got like heavy duty computer equipment that's taking up an entire wall, along with like cooling towers and things to keep all of this from overheating. And there's a guy in there, little alien guy, looks kind of like a lizard, with maybe like a triangular head.
Nice. I like lizards.
Yeah, he's a little bit taller than Stick, but not much. And he's busy working on this And he says, yeah, I think I almost got it. This is some pretty high-end stuff you guys got going here. Definitely government related. I assume you knew that.
Yes.
We're aware.
He's like, all right, here we go. And he hits a few buttons, and then a stream of code starts to come across the screen. And he says, all right, let's see if we can decrypt here. And then you see basically lists. The main thing that first comes up is a list of names of people, and you and Rex both recognize these as people from your old units. Streaming by.
Sure. Yeah, I look at them like, there they are. There we are. I assume our names pop up.
Yeah, they do.
On them. Yeah, all right. So they are tracking us all. They got our unit.
But there's some weird notations next to everybody's name. And when you look at yours, he this guy who's working on it, who has not been introduced to you, narrows it down to you and Rex, and he's like doing lookups basically on the notations next to you. And he says, so any idea what program 27 is? Both of you seem to be enrolled in it.
Would I? Do I need any sort of role on this?
You have no idea.
No clue. Okay. I relay that. I have no idea what this is. How about you, Rex? You ever heard of this?
Rex says, no. I wasn't aware that our unit was anything special.
Yeah, I wouldn't have thought of that either. I mean, we got out, but it wasn't like we were the top of the top or anything. It was actually too easy to get out. If we were that good, I wouldn't have been able to.
Does it say anything about why they're looking for these people now?
He is digging into it some more, and he says, it looks like this was some sort of experimental program.
All right.
And
what was it meant to do?
That's not clear, but it looks like your unit was never actually deployed. Did you what did you and your fellow soldiers do?
I mean, we were soldiers. We went where they told us. We did what we had to. We did. I assumed we were deployed.
Well, as far as I can tell, you were on the same base the whole time you were in the service.
No, there's no way. We fought. We saw things. I saw things and did things that I don't want to remember, and I remember them. That's why I left. They're lying.
That's not what this information is saying.
Well, it's wrong.
Yeah, well, could be, but
they could be fabricating it.
There's some reason they want you back, and it's got to do with this program 27. I think there was something biological about it. It looks like there's like medical records for all of you. You haven't exhibited any like weird powers or anything, have you?
Weird powers? No, not that I know. I don't know, son. Have you seen me do anything weird?
No, not. I mean, I don't know much about Lassians, I guess, but no, not really.
Stick, anything jump out at you?
Your sunshiny personality, despite all the garbage.
Yeah. No, not that I know of.
Why did you serve?
Why did I serve?
Yeah.
I was young and needed a job. I signed up. That's what most of us did.
Right. And why did you leave?
I did things or orders that were given and that we had to fulfill because that's the job. And I was tired of doing those sort of orders. So I put in a request to leave. And I did.
They have denied your request to leave?
Could they have? Is that what you're saying?
Basically, is he... The only reason I can think of that this is a lie would be that they want to trick you back into serving because, you didn't serve your time or didn't do enough in your duty. That doesn't seem right.
No, that's not what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that when we followed orders, we did what we were told to do. If we were told bad intel, they might be hiding what we did.
That you did nothing.
Might be saying that we did nothing when we did something that we should not have done. That might be why
scars
for us.
Do you have any actual scars, battle scars, literal battle scars?
I don't know if we ever established that.
I don't know that we did.
Brendan, do I have scars? You have a
character decision.
Oh, well, he may have a meta plot he's trying to go for here that may involve me. Whether or not I have scars might be super important to his story.
Right. If his answer is you don't even have a belly button, then we're like,
so I'm gonna let Brendan decide this one because he's got a story to tell.
You do have scars, yeah.
Good, I've got scars. I'll show them off.
Right. So you're probably not a VR test tube baby
or anything. So thanks for that.
Right. So maybe they're just trying to cover up what you actually did. But then why do they need to bring you back in? Because you're telling people what you actually did, or might.
That's what I'm thinking. They might be trying to silence us from something getting out.
You know what my next question is going to be? What did you do?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what we did that wasn't normal military stuff. We were a large squad. We were divided into different things. I was on some sort of. I mean, I'm gonna, if you don't mind me creating this, Brendan. I was on a patrol.
Yeah.
I was on a patrol. I walked the streets. I made sure people stayed where they're supposed to be, stayed safe, and let the convoys go through. That was what I did. But I know that it's the military. People died. Things happened. Bad things happened. Things went south in different times throughout my career. You take the good and you take the bad and you do the job. I mean, I don't know. We did a lot of jobs. This is not. If they're saying we never left, they're covering up a lot.
I'll be blunt with you, man. You sound like the type of person who doesn't want to answer the question of what they did. I get it. It's a long job and there's boring stuff and there's things you don't want to tell people about. But if we really want to know what they might be covering up, even if that's an option, even if that's what's happening here, I think you two need to be debriefed and then figure out where you were both at the same time, more or less. And maybe those orders you were just following were bad, even though you didn't think so.
You're talking about years of war, of multiple planets, multiple civilizations, wars happening that we were trying to deal with, and things that escalated. There's numbers of bodies on both of our heads. Like no one's clean in this. I couldn't even begin to tell you which one was the good thing or the bad thing. Something that I think is benign could very well have been something very dastardly being done by the people who were ahead of me in charge. I have no idea where to start on this.
Yeah, I know. I think we just have to start at the beginning. and maybe go where there are the most bodies, because I don't think you do any of the things that have been done to get Rex and us, and what Rex you and the rest of us, unless there's either corpses or lots of money involved. Let's talk about the shipping.
Rex says it could have been political too, but somebody wants us back pretty bad.
Yeah, weren't assassins. At least not that I know of. That wasn't.
This doesn't really give us much to go on more than we already had.
Well, Rex says, what I'm thinking is maybe we need to start looking for somebody who knows what this Project 27 was.
Yeah, that's the new info. That's
right. We got a whole word. Damn it. Forgot there's more leads. I start kicking the dirt and howdy. It is adorable. Not helpful.
Well, who can we go to that would know that wouldn't try and capture Rex and Welcome on site or kill us?
Let me try my contacts again.
Sure,
I also have contacts as well, and so if that might be another route to go to.
And
yeah,
this hacker also can give you a list of the other names that besides the soldiers that were on this file.
I'm going to ask I'll ask. Do we have a name for this guy?
Nope. Let's give him one.
Hackerman.
Hackerman.
John Hackerman.
John Hack. So, Mr. Hackerman. So,
wow.
Is there any? Does this list tell us who has been found and who hasn't? Like, is there a checkbox next to any name to indicate who might still be out there for us to find?
Yeah, there's a number of. There's an indicator essentially whether people have there is a checkbox, sort of tick for something. You can assume that it's for people who've been picked up.
Yeah, because part of me thinks maybe we figure out who was ahead of us in rank and see if they're still out there for us to.
That's another good angle. Yep.
But we can also go criminal if we want to do that way too. You might be able to find more through.
You can do both.
¿Por qué no los dos?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure we, mushroom detail, feed us shit, and keep us in the dark. I don't know how much we're gonna know, but.
All right. Do you want to do this contact and I assist, or vice versa?
My contacts is 1, so it might be better off if we use yours.
Let's do that. 1. Which I think is appropriate, because as we get more official, although maybe you can assist.
And when I roll into assist, just contacts again against it.
2.
Well, what are you trying to do to assist?
I don't actually know. What would I be doing to assist you on this? If you're using criminal contacts, I don't know how I'd assist you on that. I think the best way to do this, if we were going to do anything, would be me to try and use military contacts and see if Rex could assist, because he actually...
Yeah, Rex can help you out there. He stayed in longer than you.
Maybe can we do Rex does a contacts roll and I assist him?
Yeah, so you got a 2, so you recognize some names as likely follow-ups and are giving him an aspect to add to that. What aspect are you giving him?
How about rank and file?
Rank and file, okay.
He'll know who might be ahead of us.
Well, he got a 2, so he's going to go ahead and call on that rank and file and get a 4.
Okay.
So, yeah, that means that he will be able to identify several names from this list that are people who are high enough up that they weren't like commanders.
Well, that's not what we want anyway. We don't want anyone who's too close to the top because they're the ones who are getting us out.
But you're talking like, people who are in the captain or major rank.
Mm-hmm. And any of them who might be, especially if this is experimentation, if there's anybody who might be connected to like science office as well through that.
Right.
Would be.
There are a number of civilian names on this list too that you guys don't recognize.
Ooh. Any of them got the word doctor in front of their name?
Several.
Okay. Maybe that might be a route worth going down too. All right, team. We've got the names of some captains. We got some recognized as some doctors on here. Which do we have a particular route we're thinking we should go on? And if we're trying to figure out what this is, I mean, we can look into the people who gave us the orders, but I don't know how much they knew about the orders they were given. That's top down stuff. But the scientists might actually have more info on what this project is.
I'm guessing we should probably go with the scientists. They seem like they know the most about this mysterious project that keeps cropping up.
Yeah, let's go for the nerds.
Yeah.
They're easier to intimidate anyway.
So then I guess John Hackerman, do you think you can get us some info about current locations or whatever they have on here?
Yeah, let's see what we can find.
We're really going with John Hackerman, huh?
That's the name he gave you.
That's the name you chose.
It was a joke.
I hope is that one day John Hamm will come guest star on this podcast.
John Hackerman.
That's John Hackerman.
Yeah, John Hackerman.
John Hamm Hackerman. Okay, so yeah, he will get you a list, and there is, in fact, one of these scientists who is living in the frontier zone.
Oh, excellent.
The rest of them are in the Empire.
Of course they are.
The Union of the Saldrala.
I love when a country names itself like a democratic republic of something, because that's usually not the case. Like the Devil Comanche Republic or whatever the other one is called.
Yes, it's called the Devil Comanche Republic, yes.
Yeah. I totally trust you. You're so legit.
They're not the Democratic People's Republic, though. That's the ultimate.
Yeah. That's like the biggest red flag. It's like if they name their country that and then like put their country flag was just red, like nothing else.
Yeah.
All right, so you've got some leads, and I think that's a good place for us to end for the evening.
Cool.
Oh, good call. Episode. Ta-da.
All right.
Hey, good game, everyone. Good game. GG.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah.
GG.
That's the Twitch thing, right? GG.
Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at non-productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!
This has been a non-productive media presentation. Executive producer Frank Hablawi. This program and many others like it on the Non-Productive Network is distributed under a Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives license. Please share it, but ask before trying to change it or sell it. For more information, visit non-productive.com.